Canto Blight, that whole stupid scene could have been deleted from the movie. This movie was already too long. This movie was already too long. They could have gotten rid of that stupid Canto Blight scene and it wouldn't have made a dang bit of difference. So, first of all, I thought Finn couldn't fly. But I'm gonna make another video, a short video on that one. So they go to Canto Blight and they get arrested for parking on the beach because it's illegal to park there. Since when has parking been an issue in Star Wars? How stupid. And even if they did, like, why would that busybody alien like run around trying to look for a cop to have them arrested? Who would do that? Like, if somebody parks somewhere, like, who would be such a busybody and bring the cops with them to try to get you arrested? And even if it was illegal to park there, they would have just given them a ticket, or worse, they would have had their spaceship towed. When I've never heard of somebody being arrested for illegally parking. So that was just the whole reason for them getting arrested was just so that they could meet that dude played by Benicio del Toro. That's the only reason. How stupid. And even if all that were true, even if for some reason on this casino planet you get arrested just for illegally parking, why would you jeopardize the mission by illegally parking? Because when they parked on the beach and then that dude says, "Hey, you can't park there," they just kind of brushed him off. Like, I thought you wouldn't want to attract attention to yourself. If you're on a top secret mission, because they were on a top secret mission, nobody knew they were going there. If you're on a top secret mission and hundreds of lives are at risk, any normal person would be like, you know what? Let's just find a legal place to park, and we'll pay the fee later or whatever. Like, no one would jeopardize the mission by doing something as stupid as parking in a place where you could get arrested for parking. So there are so many things wrong on so many levels with just this tiny little scene that, yeah, this movie is so stupid. And then the instructions. Find some dude at the gambling table that wears like a red pin on their lapel. It's like, first of all, how do you know he's gonna be there right at the time you're gonna be there? And how do you know that some other dude doesn't wear the same like little pin or something? So again, that's ridiculous. The coincidence in this movie is ridiculous. And of course, he doesn't show up, or they don't really see him because then they get arrested. They get tased and arrested. And then coincidentally, when they're in that jail cell, that dude just happens to be in the same cell they're in. Even though there are plenty of cells in that place, they get put in the same one with someone else, and then that someone else just happens to have the skills that they need in order to disable the tracking thing on the First Order ship on the Dreadnought. How stupid. How stupid. What a freaking Deus Ex Machina garbage idea. And then he also has this, not only does he have the skills to disable the tracker on the Dreadnought on the First Order ship, but he knows how to escape from prison. Like, he just sticks his hand out and then he uses his little nail trimming set or whatever the hell he has, and then he opens the door. So it's like, if you could have escaped all this time, what were you doing there? So stupid. And people eat this up. No one saw anything wrong with this. Nobody would scratch their head. Nobody was like, I don't know about this. Everyone thinks this was a good movie. Well, not everyone. Actually, this movie got a lot of backlash. But the people who defend this movie, they seem to have no problem with this. I mean, they're retarded or something. I don't know. So then they escape, and then there's that really cringe-worthy scene where BB-8 is shooting at the god with those gambling tokens. Oh my gosh, that is so cheesy. I mean, people complain about Jar Jar Binks and how he was made for kids. Jar Jar Binks didn't do anything as dumb as that. I mean, the whole robot shooting you with coins, that is like something for 5-year-olds. So cheesy. So all of you complain about Jar Jar Binks. You can't really complain if you don't complain about BB-8 shooting the god and disabling the god with coins. So then they escape. They ride on the horses or whatever those things are. And of course she's like laughing, and Finn is like you're enjoying this too much. Don't enjoy this. It's like they're just having a wild time. Rose Tico is having a wild time. Whoopee, laughing and happy that they're destroying private property. And I'm thinking, yo, you're on a time clock. Rebels or resistance people, rebels are getting killed. You need to get back and disable that tracker. There are hundreds of lives depending on you, and you're here jerking around with some racehorses, destroying public property. As soon as they got out of jail, the first thing they should have done is get back to the ship. Yeah, I can't believe this whole side plot, this whole side story. I mean, they should have just done away with this stupid side plot. And then somehow I don't know. And then that dude, see, they left together, but then maybe they got separated. I've only seen this movie once. That was more than enough for me. So the Benicio del Toro character somehow gets to their ship. He doesn't know where it is. Maybe BB-8 tells him. I don't know. I don't know how he gets in without the key. I'm surprised they haven't impounded the spaceship, but apparently it was where they left it. So they don't impound the ship. They just arrest you, but they leave the ship illegally parked on the beach. Whatever. So stupid. And they're out in the middle of the forest when they free those horse things. And then for some reason, Benicio del Toro finds exactly where they are. But whatever. And then they hyperspace back to where the dreadnought is, and then they try to get into the dreadnought to disable the thing, which ends up being stupid because they don't succeed. They get caught. Like, how do they get caught? I mean, first of all, yeah, I guess they were betrayed by what's his face. But so that whole Canto Blight scene was for nothing because they ended up not being able to disable the tracking thing on the dreadnought. So why have that scene? That scene didn't contribute anything to the movie. The Canto Blight scene is dumb. It should have been cut out. Well, first of all, it should never have been made in the first place. And yet, for some reason, I am a racist, sexist, Trump Todd, a man baby, because I think that scene is dumb. Just because I think that entire scene with Canto Blight is dumb, I am a bigot. Oh my gosh. These crazy fanboys who just will eat anything up that Star Wars serves up to them. They're insane. Yeah, I don't have any faith in Kathleen Kennedy or the Lucasfilm Story Group. If this is what Kathleen Kennedy and the Lucasfilm Story Group think makes a good Star Wars movie, then why would anyone think that Episode 9 is going to be good? It's going to suck. If it's anything, if the Lucasfilm Story Group approved Episode 8, The Last Jedi, if they think that kind of a movie is okay, how can you possibly trust them to think, or how can you possibly trust them to make a decent Episode 9 movie? I just don't see how that's possible. But whatever, we'll see.